Primordial Radio.
Primordial Radio, it is my absolute pleasure now to welcome to the show Jayant from BLOODYWOOD. Dude, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you so much.
Great to have you here, man. A hectic start to the day for you, dropping your cousins off at the airport, rushing back for the interviews. And it seems like it's been like an incredibly hectic time for the band as well. We'll come on to your new album soon, but lots of tour rescheduling and everything like that. But it kind of feels like that might be the last time that you're having to do all of these reschedules, and moving forward, maybe we're moving into some sort of normality. Does it feel like that from your perspective in the band?
Hopefully, yes. I mean, this tour would have happened too, like the March one that got rescheduled, but it's just the uncertainty that something wrong will happen on the road, be it with COVID, and now, I mean, even with the recent situation that's been going on. So it was better to not risk our supporters and ourselves at the same time. Because I mean, we'd love to do the whole tour. Even right now, like we should have been on the tour right now. But if like one member gets COVID, it's all like a disaster. Like it's downfall from there. So it was better than we reschedule it. And then, I mean, a lot of venues also were a little uncertain with what's going on. They're like, oh, you can do the show, maybe don't do the show, maybe postpone it. So we were like, you know what? Let's just reschedule it. And because we wanna give like a, how do I say, our best when we get back on stage after 2019.
Yeah. You don't want like a half measure show. It's all or nothing. Hollywood. I just wanted to say, dude, like starting right back to sort of the beginning of the band. You started out as a covers parody band over on doing stuff on YouTube. Do you sometimes kind of have to pinch yourself like day to day and go and check like this is real? Like this is all real and this is definitely happening.
Yeah. Pinching ourselves to that happens because I mean the whole purpose of making those covers and parodies was to like get more eyeballs, get like more people look at us, see what they think of us, just like have a bigger audience. So once we got that bigger audience, we were like, now is the time to like start putting out originals. So there's a lot of experimentation also that if you go through our covers, you'll see like we're introducing more, like we're changing the lyrics a little bit more to making to using Indian instruments in a few covers. Like that's how we found our sound as well. And that's how like we're like, oh, finally we've got like a good number of people with us that will, see the music that we have, like our original music. And that's how like it's been,
and it sort of cascaded from there, and then you sort of really exploded onto the scene with your own original music with Ari Ari. How did that feel when all of those millions of views started to pile in for that video? I think it's about 5 million today, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, so Ari Ari is basically a folk song that you use at like celebrations, and the version we did, the flute melody in it, is actually taken from a cover that Bombay Rockers, like not a cover but their version of the song. It's a hip hop group from India, and we used to listen to the song when we were back in school. So it was like we made it our own, but we also used their influence to create this cover, essentially, so that we can emote properly and like also have that connection that we had with this whole Ari Ari song.
In the UK, metal is still outcast from the mainstream, but I would say that it's not really taboo. Metal is sort of accepted as a part of our society. I think ordinary folks kind of look at us and go, oh, it's just the metal guys, it's just the metal people, just leave them to it. How accepted is metal in India today? Is it still quite taboo?
I mean, I wouldn't say taboo. I think people don't really care that much about metal because it's not that mainstream. It's not playing everywhere, or you're not going to a club and there is a metal band playing or something on the PA, like the DJ's playing a metal song. They'll play things like, I mean, what the heaviest I've heard in a club by just some random DJ was Killing in the Name of for like a verse, and that's it. And that too at a venue which is pretty common, like metal shows happen there, pretty common. It's pretty common. So that's it. So it's not exactly a taboo. It's just people do not have fucks about it. Oh, I'm sorry, it's gonna be on radio.
So it's kind of similar to here in the UK,
Yeah.
which is good. Yeah, I think it's a very similar thing. And I've spoken to a few India bands over the years, and one of the central issues that I think has always cropped up was sort of like a lack of infrastructure. You know, no venues to play. If you're going to put a gig on, you've got to put in the PA, you've got to put in the stage, and maybe you got to get a sponsor to try and get that all paid for, and so it's very difficult to tour around India. Is that still sort of the case, or have things improved a little bit?
It is still the case a little bit. I mean, again, we had a few international acts come down to India, like Veil of Maya performed like few years back, I remember, and like Polyphia came. So we have that infrastructure. The problem is it's hard to access it for local bands because it's expensive to get that done. So even though, I mean, this infrastructure exists, you have to put in money, and the problem is, again, same. Local bands do not have that sort of a turnout, and because it's not there, venues don't want to invest in you. Yeah, so venues basically would rather have a Bollywood act or something commercial, so they can fill the place in. They sell a lot of food, a lot of liquor, and I mean, you can't really be mad at the person, if they want to make money. Everybody has to survive, right? So it's those kind of challenges, but at the same time, the metal community here is very tight knit. It's close. And the number of people coming for indie shows has increased. And I'm not just talking about indie pop or something. It's indie rock acts, which are, again, singing in their native languages, but like playing the Western instruments, and all of that is happening right now.
But you've been going since 2016, putting out various different singles, but it's the debut. So this is the first time putting out, your first album. How does it feel to finally be putting out like a debut album?
It's excitement and anxiety together. So it's like anxiety, that's what I can say. Because the excitement is we've worked so hard, like for almost a year and a half to make new songs, and doubting every moment that, oh, does that sound good? Oh, let me just get a feedback from a few friends. Let's see what happens. And, the whole process, the whole hectic process, we got done with it. And now it was ready, and we were really excited to share it with the people. But at the same time, there was that little anxiety, like how will it get received? Will people like it? Because earlier we'd put a song out, it's a video, we'd, see the response, go through the comments and see how many views it's getting put in. We'll be like, oh yeah, it's doing well, or it's not doing well. With an album, it's a little tough because it all comes down to sales. At the end of the day, be it like digital or the plus streams also right now. So I mean, it's all of that combined together. But at this point, I mean, it's more of just a little bit joy.
So, dude, your track Aj was number one, is number one in our upvote. And Aj has been number one for the past 3 weeks on the station.
Wow.
Which makes it the best track on the station this year so far. So well done on that. And again, it's a testament to you as a band, just how well you've done.
Thank you so much.
But tell me about Aj and, what, the whole meaning behind this track.
So, Aj for us is the code name for the song when we were recording it was Journey, because this song, when we were writing it and we used to listen to the music, and this is before the theme was ever decided, and we'd listen to it and we'd be like, this sounds like a video game / anime where the protagonist has to work hardest to just get that, Dragon Ball Z for that matter, like Goku has been dying and getting back to life, and then getting so many power-ups at this point. He's literally Ultra Instinct Goku and all that. So we were like it's a constant process. The journey is always there. And I mean, it can be different for people. Like it can be for a businessman, it can be, oh, I've been trading like 1 million a day. I want to make it 1.2 million. And I've won it, to a guy who's just sad and depressed and has to just get out of the bed and start the first thing at work or just at home. So it's all of that. Like every little thing is a victory, and every little victory
kind of like
has a journey.
Me and my girlfriend Katie, we one of our little sayings is from the film Dory. Just keep swimming.
Yeah.
Just keep.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, just keep swimming. Yeah.
Just keep swimming. I love that, man. I love that. It's so good just to keep going. Well, Jayant, it has been a pleasure. It's been a real pleasure to speak to you today. And honestly, I think what you've done as an independent band from India has just been so incredible to see. Look forward to seeing you and meeting you in person at Bloodstock Festival. Jayant, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Primordial Radio.